welcome back to Take a Sip podcast. I'm Leche.
And I'm Tito.
All right, Tito. As usual, every week, right?
Yeah.
What are you drinking today, dude?
Today, I am literally sipping on some whiskey on the rocks.
Ooh.
Literally just some screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, let's go. I wish I have some screwball there, honestly, to do that, but I definitely was not feeling that today for sure. Nah.
What are you sipping on then?
I am sipping on a margarita mix, a jalapeno pineapple.
Ooh.
Margarita mix. So,
doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, dude. A lot of interesting stories, bro.
Yes.
Especially today. Today they just dropped a bomb.
You literally blew up our Discord.
one day, literally. So we're going to end it off with those stories. So we're going to literally go from the order of literally what I put here, honestly, because I think that actually we'll put the movies together and then we'll put the game stuff together.
Okay.
That would make the most sense, in my opinion, for sure. Starting off with, we are getting another Michael B. Jordan movie. I know people are hyped. That guy is fucking handsome. He is a fucking good looking dude.
Yes,
honestly.
sir.
And I'm talking about, they officially gave us the trailer for Creed 3, which I'm surprised we're getting a Creed 3. I know Creed 1 did really good to make a sequel. I didn't think the sequel did that great to make a third one. I could be wrong on that. But
I think you're right, though, because when I hear it, I never watched the films to start off, first of all.
Yeah, I've only watched the first one and it was good.
But when I hear people talk about Creed, I always hear the references to the first one or the notions to the first one.
Rocky comes out, Sylvester Stallone comes out.
Yeah, I don't really hear anything about the second one. But I mean, apparently it did something well for them to try to go for a third.
Yeah, I like the premise for this one too. You know, like an old buddy coming back and like, you screwed me when we were younger. Now I'm gonna take back everything you owe me, type of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, who are you really rooting for? Of course you're rooting for Creed, but like, what did he do to get that guy that mad? Other than getting him arrested, right? Because that's literally the premise that he got out of jail, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Pretty good fucking movie plot, honestly. It's interesting. It's good.
It's one of the basic movie plots that come out in like these types of movies.
It works for a boxing movie. It works every time, honestly. It never gets old, in my opinion.
Well, it is, because it's like, what? Unless they're fighting in a boxing ring, right? How is this man getting all this hype to be in a boxing ring with Creed, right?
Well, that's the point of the movie. He gets out of jail, trains, because freaking this Creed, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan's character, trains him.
God, okay. See, that made more sense to that.
And he thinks he owes him because he feels sorry that he put him in jail. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like, one of those movies, like morale type of thing. Like, is it justified that you feel so much like your guilt to help this dude? And then in the end, this guy is literally backstabbing you.
Yeah.
Because he wants to take everything from you. Since he took everything from him, originally. So it's like, oh, damn. It's like, it's a good premise, honestly. Like, it's an old premise for sure. Like, I'm wrong. It's been done before, but I think of course, it's more stylized. These guys look fucking phenomenal. They got to be in the fucking greatest shape in their life to be doing these type of movies to show off and shit.
Yeah.
But holy crap. I think it's going to be a good movie for sure.
I mean, I definitely hope so. And I mean, it's definitely going to make money its opening day. Again, not just to put it on a person, but if it's Michael B. Jordan, it's going to sell. His hype train is there enough that people are going to be like, well, Michael B. Jordan's in it. It must be a good movie.
Yeah. all the girlfriends are going with the boyfriends. Be like, I'm just there for him. Be like,
it's like, oh, you want to go see a boxing movie? No, I want to go see Michael B. Jordan in a boxing movie.
In a boxing match, sweaty. Be like, here we go, bro. Stop. Here we go. Yeah, dude. This hype. I mean, is it all like good hype? I don't know. We'll see, right?
We'll see.
But what is good hype is this fucking next story for sure. That because of the situation that happened in Black Adam, the movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and what he did in the back end of like Warner Brothers complaining and all that stuff for what their situation is. We got confirmation or word or rumors that Henry Cavill, the original, Man of Steel actor that played Man of Steel, who plays Superman in that movie, is returning to make us a potential Man of Steel 2, a sequel, pretty much. And I say thanks to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that's actually going to happen because I think he wanted. How is it that someone told me he wanted Henry Cavill character like Superman to go against his Black Adam? You get me? Like, and it makes sense, like he thinks they're gonna have good chemistry. And it showed because in the how like the MCU has like the credit scenes and stuff like that. So there was a credit scene for Black Adam where Superman literally shows up in the end. They said like, oh, like, so what's her name? Waller is?
Yes.
Yes. So she's like arguing with him and shit like that. And she's like, oh, there's only one person that I could think of that could stop you, and he literally just shows up after that, Superman. And it's Henry Cavill's Superman. Like, he's in the suit and everything. So I'm like, oh, shit, okay. So it's confirmed that they're definitely bringing him back. Because I know there was a whole situation where they didn't want him to come back as Superman anymore and all that stuff.
It's not just that. I think even Henry Cavill himself said
he didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it because he didn't want to fall into that whole, oh, Henry Cavill, you mean just Superman? Oh, Tom Holland, you mean Spider-Man? You get me? So it's like,
no, I think there was something else too. Some like actual problems with like directors and stuff like that with him. I think on top of that, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not denying that he probably doesn't want to do that and just be like, oh, that's Superman, type of shit.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to be profiled into that. Just like how Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter, stuff like that.
Exactly. I don't know. Again, the whole DCU has just got me very on my toes whenever they announce anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. At this point, I don't know to be excited, to be annoyed, if that falls in this category.
At this point, it's like you don't even know what to feel about the fucking DCU because it is literally a fucking clusterfuck right now, dude.
Yeah.
We don't even know if we're gonna get that other Shazam movie, if we're gonna get the fucking Flash movie. The Aquaman movie, we don't know if we're getting those at this point. Because I think they said that they're going to scrap, I forgot what movie. There was supposed to be a Bat, like we talked about this, I believe.
A couple weeks ago, I think.
Movie. Huh?
The Batgirl, there was a Batgirl, I forget if it was a movie or a show that got scrapped.
They literally finished it. It was in post-production. And literally, the new CEO scrapped it entirely.
Yeah,
they literally said it was $100 million down the drain, but he was willing to throw it away because he said it was not good. I'm like, all right, I mean, that's dumb. You get me? Like, oh, if they said it's literally that bad, then I guess it really was that bad.
Yeah,
it must have been really cringy then. Jesus Christ, that they had to scrap $100 million, bro. Like that's ouch for a movie. Fucking, Oh shit! Yeah. That's really bad.
Yeah, and I mean, as of right now, who they're saying it's being produced by Charles Roven. And I mean, his list of films are here and there. Some are hits, some are misses. You got me. He produced everybody's favorite Scooby-Doo, the live version, and Scooby-Doo 2: Monsters Unleashed. Just to name a few. But yeah, no, he also helped produce Man of Steel, all the Wonder Woman movies, the recent one, Suicide Squad. He was, but unfortunately, he was also part of the whole
Suicide Squad. Which one?
The one with Will Smith and what, Margot Robbie? What is that her name as Harley Quinn?
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Dark Knight Rises.
Good movies. Those are really good movies.
Yeah, Kicking. He helped produce Kicking and Screaming from 2005. Let me find some older.
The main reason why they're bringing him back for sure, then it's because he already did the first one. So it's like, oh, that one was really good though. The original Man of Steel, like that one that came out back in like what
13.
Yeah, damn, I guessed it too. I really don't have it written down. You could tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2013. Yeah, that one was pretty good in my opinion. Like I don't know, people could say like, oh, that's not really a good Superman movie. Like fuck out of here. I think that's the best one we got so far. Honestly, real life one. Correction.
Yeah.
Other than unless you want to go all the way back in the 1980s, you got me with with what's his name?
No, don't ask me there.
I don't know. Don't even bother looking at it.
Don't quote me. But yeah, I don't know. Might be a hit, might be a miss. Again, and that's just a producer. You got me? He's still looking for a director. Supposedly still looking for directors and writers. So
it might be a while.
This might be one of those confirmed rumors that somehow pop up every now and then. You get me?
Probably a confirmed rumors. Like, yeah, it's in the works, but we don't know when it's coming.
Exactly, or what's already been worked on.
Yeah,
kind of like that whole Dead Space at first. Dead Space at first was just a confirmed rumor.
Yeah, and then we find out they're already like 6 months in and shit. Like, oh shit, So it could be like that too. By the time we know it, there's gonna be a fucking trailer, like in 2 months and shit.
Exactly. So
like, oh shit, they actually did it.
Yeah, they would. But I mean, at this point, depending on what they do or how much they're actually gonna, if they are gonna scrap a lot of what we know from the DC universe, they're gonna be working with literal sticks and rocks and pieces of plastic here and there to make something work, but not fully invest into it. That if it's gonna get scrapped, it's not. Am I making sense? Like,
no, I get it. Yeah, like if it doesn't make sense, like why are they gonna continue on with it?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I think they're just having like the storyboards, making sure the writers are making a coherent fucking story that goes with what's already been laid out on the DCEU.
Exactly.
And just make sure everything actually fucking makes sense and is coherent all the way through.
Exactly.
But dependent, because most likely they're not going to release this Man of Steel 2 movie, quote unquote, until they release these other 3 movies. You get me? Like the Aquaman movie, the Flash movie, and the fucking Shazam movie. God damn, I don't know why I got stuck. Yeah. Wait, didn't that come out already?
No, they were supposed to, and they all got pushed back and delayed. We went over this like a few weeks ago.
We did. So, in my opinion, what makes the most sense, honestly, would be like, fuck it, just do the Flash movie, like rework the fucking Flash movie, and make them fucking do the, what is it called? Fuck. Flashpoint happen, right? Make Flashpoint happen. Make them fuck up the DCEMU, DCEU. Jesus Christ, dude! Because I'm like starting to really think about it in my mind. It's fucking going off right now. Because when it comes to like these universes, I'm fucking very passionate. Clearly,
yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. So,
but again, it's gonna be hard when. With what's already been released, what they want to keep and what they want to work on.
So that's why I say do the Flash, because then everything gets retcon. Everything they want to like throw to the side is thrown to the side. Like, oh, didn't happen. You get me?
Which I understand, but if they want to continue with the Flash thing, unless they do what like every TV show does, that they just replace Ezra Miller, but don't even mention how it's another person. You get me? Like,
I don't know if you've seen in the actual Flash show, Augustus, what's his name? He actually came. There was an episode specifically where he was going through time, and he actually got stopped. What's his name? Ezra Miller's fucking Flash. So it's like there is continuity in somewhat like they've seen each other. You get me?
Yeah.
So they could, do a switcheroo and put him, the Flash from the show, into the actual movie, and then cross, bullshit like that. Or they could add a third actor, fuck it, in there, to replace him.
That's what I'm saying, because
all the stuff that's been happening. And
I mean, the whole Ezra Miller situation is a whole other
that's so
bucket to unload that I don't think we're ever gonna touch, to be honest.
Yeah, let's not touch that.
But it's but yeah, like at this point, like if that's what you want to work on, I get you've already worked with it and stuff. I know it's hard, especially with superhero movies that require some CGI most of the time. Like, do the lines over with this new actor, you got me, and then
or just cut some of
crop that mofo in, and then crop him out in certain areas where you can, right?
They wanted to do that, but then the studio said it's mad expensive to just do reshoots.
It's
way too expensive. They said it's not worth it.
It's not, and it's.
So what they should do, in my opinion, is just cut off like the last few minutes, like the big end scene, and just do some switches here and there. You get me?
Yeah, it's a rough thing to do because not to dive into these types of situations, you got me, but like in RuPaul's Drag Race in season, I want to say 12, they finished recording, and one of the queens was in the news that she was doing a whole bunch of catfishing online while she was at the show. You got me?
So they kind of edited her out.
They edited her out completely of the season.
That must have been a very weird.
It was the whole season
stuff. It was very jumpy. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I bet. Yeah.
But they did it in such a professional way where they still made the other queens shine in the moments they could. And obviously you can't crop her out of everything.
Yeah, like 100%. So just for example, like those elimination matches, most likely she was in there just to see,
exactly
shit like that,
Or they re-edited those whole lip sync battles to just shine the other girl, even though the other girl was most likely the one that went home, because that queen made it all the way to top 4. Unfortunately,
that is crazy. Yeah, that must have been really fucking hard.
It's literally the whole season. And when they were doing the final episode, the crowning, because during that time COVID hit, they were all doing it from by Zoom, and she just wasn't even invited to the call because by that time they already found out the situation.
Yeah, it's already been out. Yeah.
Yeah. And even right now, for a more recent one, for people who don't know, the Try Guys, right?
Oh yeah, that
Ned Fulmer was the whole.
I guess this is replacing the story I was going to go into with the other thing. No, we're good. Let's keep going with this one.
Yeah,
I'm good because I didn't like the story we're going to go into the video game. So
okay, cool.
We're good with this.
So for people,
that is a weird situation because, dude, his whole shtick for the Try Guys is how much he fucking loved his wife.
He loves his wife.
Like literally, that was his character.
Yes, literally since his BuzzFeed days. That was his whole. That was his whole thing, and
how much he loves his wife.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, which I don't understand how you don't know who these guys are, in the old, what would you call it? Pop news, internet informish.
Just on YouTube when they first,
but they were
when it was actually good.
Yes, there was a group of 4 guys. They called themselves the Try Guys, and they would try new things that they've never done before. Even after all 4 of them left and BuzzFeed went through a whole situation, a lot of people who left had their IPs go with them. So even like Matt Bellassai, who did Wine About It, now has his own podcast and his own show type of thing. But more specifically,
shit like that.
The Worth It guys. But now the Try Guys, who have been probably the biggest ones out of all of BuzzFeed. Mm-hmm. It pulled aside.
They carried, bro. No lie.
Yeah.
For like years.
But yeah, Ned was like Leche said, the my wife guy, always brings up his wife whenever he can. They've been happily married for so and so years. Oh, my kids. If I give something to my kids, it means I give it to my wife. Always coming back around to his wife. And very, very recently,
he committed the sin of adultery.
And even worse, adultery with one of his own employees.
Yo, that's even worse, bro. That's that's so fucking worse, dude.
And keep in mind, this other employee has been in a relationship with another man for, I believe they said 10 years. 10 years, and was just about 6 months engaged to her fiance.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is such a shit show. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yo, man, seriously, like that's unfortunate, honestly.
And people over time, when the rumors started to surface, there's people always checking in on these types of things just to see what kind of tea they could find. They slowly started seeing, Eugene stopped following Ned. Ned stopped following the other 3 guys. This person stopped following this person. Like,
that video that they did. So after all that situation, yeah, of course they try to keep it under wraps. But then officially the Try guys, literally the trio now, Try guys,
the trio guys, the trio guys,
Try guys.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think they're probably gonna rebrand themselves as that. I'm like, good, you guys should, honestly. Fuck it. It's still the same, you get me? Yeah. So the Try guys.
Well, I mean, they also work very well with so many other people that there is a possibility of replacing Ned, but that's just a whole other conversation on what they're working with.
He owned a part of their fucking thing, dude. You get me?
Yeah,
he was part of the whole image, and that's the unfortunate thing. But yeah, going back to that, they made a whole video like explaining the situation, what they're dealing with, all the legal issues. They were very professional, dude. Like very, very well calculated PR video, like straight up. Like it was well done, in my opinion, honestly.
But even so,
they didn't even put him in a bad light either. You get me? They gave him subsistence to fucking like save himself from like even worse shit. You get me? So they could have bashed him. They could have been like, yeah, he was a fucking retard.
They didn't, even though they didn't say their personal feelings on the situation, you could definitely see, not even Eugene's, like, Eugene was very mad. Bro.
Yeah, he
wanted to punch Ned through this camera right there.
I don't know if you see, like, they even made a fucking TikTok filter of Eugene, bro.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was funny, dude. For like a whole week, it was just like a specialty thing. That was funny because how fucking mad he was, dude.
Yeah.
But out of all of them, dude, Keith and
Ned. No,
Ned.
Zach.
No, Zach. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Yeah, but Keith and Zach definitely felt the hurt on that for sure.
Yeah, you could tell Zach wanted to cry while talking, bro. And then Keith just felt uncomfortable talking about the situation. That's why he had the least amount of lines.
Part of that situation.
He didn't. But it's like, it was just sad and heartbreaking, but I understand all their emotions. Like,
literally. Because they literally had the 3 stages. They literally had the 3 stages of like
of a breakup.
Of a breakup, yeah. The 3. The crying, the slowly accepting, and then just or the anger, and then the slowly accepting.
The comeback stage. Which is next, which is what we're waiting for. But like going back to like what the topic was, like even they said they recorded so many videos, their own show on the Food Network, that now they either have to release completely with him in it with disclaimers saying that they no longer associate with him due to the recent events.
No, I think they're editing him out, they said.
But I'm saying in their YouTube channel, they're editing him out.
No, even in the TV show, they said.
Oh, it can. I'm surprised they were able to get all that done.
They're postponing it I know. They even said like they wasted like hundreds of thousands of dollars and shit like that in this process, and the whole shit happened.
Yeah. And all their recent promotions for like merch and stuff quickly removed all of his stuff from the shops.
Everything so quickly, dude.
Yeah.
And such shitty situation, dude.
Yeah. But again, it was shitty situation. Go. I'm sorry, but it's like I didn't expect any of them to do that, right? So it's like it just.
No, I know. I wasn't expecting that, especially from him. Yeah, it was very surprising. It was just like out of nowhere. Oh shit! What the fuck? I would have expected this more from like Eugene.
Why? Huh? Explain why.
Why?
Is it
he's always been? No,
he's a homo.
No. He's been more out there, like in the actual scene, than these fucking three other guys. You get me? You got what I mean? I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying he just knows. It wouldn't be so crazy unless he had a girlfriend that he's committed or a boyfriend that he's committed to or person that he's committed to for years. Then yeah, it would be like, oh my God. But if he just we were dating for 3 months and then like, oh God, he got caught cheating, like, oh, whoop-de-doo, type of shit. But it's Ned, first of all. And he's been married to this girl with 2 kids for fucking like 7 years, 8 years, whatever the fuck it may be.
And dating even longer still before that. He
made his whole persona online based off of that shit alone. And I think that's why it's even worse. You get me? Eugene's identity online is not that. It's not his loved one. It's not his anything. You get me? It's himself.
He's literally the sassy Asian guy of the group.
Literally.
That's it.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. The sassy Asian guy.
Yeah.
But no,
it's like whatever he does, it doesn't matter. You get me?
Yeah.
In that sense, I don't want to say it like that, but you get what I mean.
It's literally like, well, that's Eugene. I mean, I expected it from Eugene.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like, no, that's far from the fucking what I'm trying to get at. It's just like, wow, out of all the people, it's this guy. I mean,
even with everything that they've said of like not bashing him, but not clearing his name either. The amount of people just piling it on, even on TikTok, to like,
TikTok's been fucking fierce on this motherfucker's ass. Bro. They were brutal for like a straight week on this motherfucker's ass.
But I mean,
what I didn't like seeing was the fucking women that don't have couples saying love is dead. It'd be like, bro, you have no right to say shit. You have no right. Fuck out of here, dude. Unless you're married, then you can say it, but don't say it if you're fucking already, your boyfriend just dumped you a week ago.
It's like, you're 25. You met him at a club when you were both drunk at 2 a.m. No, he's not going to call you back. He doesn't know you.
Love is dead. It'd be like, yeah, that's where you're going to find love, right? In 2 a.m. clubs, right? Sorry.
No, but it's and that's we could go down a whole rabbit hole.
We're going down this hole so deep. Like we should. All right, let's get back into the.
Well, I mean, that's what this podcast is: nerd news and the occasional pop culture stuff, right?
So, that is pop culture, honestly. Out of everything, that is like, it's not even like,
and it's recent. It's recent.
Related.
It's not like Johnny Depp that we didn't talk about it for like 4 months after.
Yeah, like. Good thing we waited for that though. Like seriously, I wanted that shit to settle down before talking about it, dude. Because that shit was crazy too. Let's not go into that. We already did already. So just watch our previous episodes on that one. We definitely fucking went in on it, dude. Back to gaming shit. The bomb that dropped today. Let's talk about the bombs because they literally. Konami said, nah, we're not dropping 1 trailer. We're not dropping 2. We're not even dropping 3. 4 sounds like a lot. Let's drop 5. Fuck it. Type of attitude. Like, these guys literally went fucking balls deep, dude. Like, straight up said, like, here is my fucking wiener and it's huge.
Oh, gosh.
So let's start off with
a little break.
Movie announcement.
A little break. A little break.
A little break. Let's start with the break before we go into this. There's a lot of stories, actually. You're right. Let me take a fucking deep breath because Jesus Christ, these are
especially after that last conversation too. We need to compose ourselves.
And we're back, yo. Straight up slapping that fucking hand real quick.
That sounded like it hurt.
No, that was really quick though. So, like I said before, I fucking got rudely interrupted.
Oh yeah, rudely.
I was getting ahead of myself for sure, dude, because I was hyped up to talk about it because it's fucking major news, bro. Honestly, man. So, a lot of shit that we got in one day. It's kind of overwhelming for sure. But Konami blessed us with 5 announcements for Silent Hill, bro. A franchise that we thought was fucking dead in the water after PT back in 2012. Literally, I thought it was dead in the water. I thought like, oh, they gave up, bro. They literally said, "Fuck this game," fuck this franchise.
Yeah,
we're just gonna make fucking slot machines instead for them. Like, yo, straight up.
PT again, never played it, but I can't tell you how many gamers I've watched play that game and their different reactions. It is so good. Just for a teaser. For a teaser to a game that never even came out, right? Like it is so mind-blowing.
Dude, it was so phenomenal, dude. Like, dude, there was so much potential at the time, and it would have been the perfect time to release a Silent Hill game to keep the franchise alive, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But because there was arguments behind the scene with the writers and the developers and all that stuff, and Konami themselves, they unfortunately had to split ways at the time. You got me?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
There was like a whole thing with the writer original story of like Silent Hill and then the actual people of Konami and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's, I don't want to dive into that because that is just, that's already old news. That's from literally 7 years ago or 8 years ago. Sorry.
6, 24. 8, yes, 2014. Yeah. I can't maths.
Right now. But yeah, crazy that they're actually coming back to this franchise for sure, and I'm glad they are. So 5 trailers, good chance that only 2 of these will be slot machines. The meme is going right now. So literally, these comment sections have been brutal, dude. Honestly, I've read like for some of them, dude. Literally half of them are like, we better fucking not. This better not be a slot machine, a Panchenko fucking machine, because we got news a couple of years ago as well. Back in 2014, that's what I'm confusing the years with. In 2014, we got an announcement for like something Silent Hill related, and what ended up being a fucking slot machine, pretty much. Not even for consumers; it was mainly for business owners that own casinos and other stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like not even consumers could buy them themselves. So it was like it was a very fucking like oh shit like type of moment for the Silent Hill franchise for sure. So
and that's coming back. And even after that, that was really kind of the last thing we heard anything about Silent Hill.
Yeah.
After that, it was just like game communities, gamers like just reminiscing on like PT and like what the fuck's going on? Nothing really from Konami or any game developers or anything like that. So
they were waiting for the moment, bro. And I guess today was that moment.
I mean, perfect timing for in the middle of Halloween, right?
I was gonna say October. Yeah, seriously, dude. Like before Halloween and everything, just to launch all this horror on us and shit.
Yeah.
So let's start off, I think, with the most exciting thing that I think people. No, not the most exciting. Sorry. Let's start with the movie. So the movie they are bringing to us, it's called Return to Silent Hill.
Yes.
So what the directors, quote unquote, director and writer, or I think it's producer or whatever, dude, the guys that make the fucking movie, right? So it's 2 of them talking about the movie, going through the potential story that we're going to get. So they're saying that they want to invest as much time on writing the story that's coherent to what's per the games. You get me?
Yes.
So they want to make it tied, like all the whatever creatures we saw and seen in the games are gonna be in this movie type of stuff. Like the story actually goes
with the
game comfortably, like type of stuff. And I'm hoping they go with the Silent Hill 2 story, which they're talking about, I think specifically in that trailer as well.
I believe
behind
so.
the scenes, they're going off of like the guy looking for his daughter, and like it's a psychological horror potentially, but it's gonna be much more than that because it is also true horror, and it's in its core, like the dark atmosphere and all that other typical horror shit like the jump scares and all that shit. It's probably going to be there as well. So.
Yeah. And I mean, they're definitely aware from how they speak about it. They're definitely aware of what they're doing. And they're not just talking about like, oh yeah, this movie just needs a revamp when we're going to do it since it's like part of the bundle. No, they literally look like they're very invested in this project.
Yeah.
They're aware that they have to modernize it a little bit so it fits today's date, but still maintains true to
the video games,
the story they're trying to portray.
Yeah. I'm liking that they're saying like we're making this high to the games.
Yes.
I'm like, good. Because that second one definitely did not. Silent Hill Revelation did not.
No.
There was a lot of teasers to the games, like oh, like this was in the game type of stuff. But yeah, that second one was crazy.
Yeah,
the first one was definitely really good in my opinion. That first Silent Hill movie was really, in my opinion, was
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
The creepy atmosphere, very like how do I say, like silent until we see the enemy type of shit. The anticipation was killer for sure.
Yes.
So I think that's what it should build up to.
Not even that. It's like the anticipation for what creature is gonna pop out this time, right?
This time, yeah, that is the right.
Because it's always like, is it gonna be the nurses? Are we gonna get Pyramid Head? Or how about the circus freak wrapped in wire in the freaking bathroom stall, right? Like,
exactly. Like we don't know what we're gonna get.
Those weird leeches or whatever, like
the things that spit acid. Yeah. Like, oh shit! Like, dude. Yeah.
There's so many creatures, and like you said, it is. Silent Hill is so good of taking reality and adding the psychological fear that we all know. Exactly. And it hits very adult topics, right? But it does it
of like depression, suicide, religion as well too.
Even like, abortion. It hit abortion at some points. Yeah.
Like it's crazy when you actually dive into the story of Silent Hill. Like it is dark. It's super
very dark. But again, they do it very well as well, where it's not like they're making fun of it or they're taking it to the extreme.
Yeah.
But they stay true to what a true horror game is and should be. So, yeah, and hopefully seeing that portrayed as well into the film, into Return to Silent Hill. I want to see it.
I want to see a new stylized Pinhead. Yeah.
Pyramid Head.
Pyramid Head.
I think we've spoken about Pinhead so much already. That's why you mixed them up.
Literally. And continuing off of making a movie stylized, the first game, or first two, because I'm going to put these together, lump them up together a little bit, to make it one easier for us to go through and to make it a little bit quicker too, because there's a lot to talk about. So the first one that we're going to talk about for stylized, and literally it's going to be probably all style and hopefully with substance, is going to be Silent Hill F.
Yes.
Which I don't know if it's a game or not. Most likely it is, because the is it the story writer? The writer, right? Is the what's his name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name.
The one that I told you about earlier?
Yes. I didn't catch it.
It sounded like a tag you find like on freaking like on Twitter or whatever, but it's a Ryokishi 07.
Yeah, supposedly he makes like really good, like well written um stories, and he is known for as well very stylized games like this, like very like visually appealing
Very visually.
atmospheres and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm hoping this is the game,
Yeah.
not the fucking slot machine.
I
Because
think
if
it
they made a
is.
game like this, the psychological shit like this, and just make you see weird shit like this, I think we need something like that in horror right now.
Yeah. Out of all of these, I believe only one of them might be a slot machine. Everything else I think might actually be the film and the 3 games that we'll be talking about.
Right.
But for Silent Hill F, I believe this is a game. It looks way too good for a trailer to
I
be
was gonna
announced.
say it's for a trailer. They did really well in that trailer.
It
Like
was a
straight up.
beautiful trailer to be a horror game, right?
And that ending, I'm like, ooh, yes.
Yeah, that ending literally made my mouth drop. Like, what is this? And even still, then with that last image of that last character we saw in the trailer, like you said, very beautiful. It starts very beautiful, and then it goes into that Silent Hill monster creatures that we know, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of gave me like very Dark Souls vibes. Like this is one of the bosses we see going into like their second form.
Yeah.
And then you start the battle with the.
So I think Silent Hill in this game, in this one in particular, I think it's going to be one of those things where we see something beautiful and then it gets perverted and corrupted by the actual night in Silent Hill.
Which is which is
what I'm like, yes, dude, let's go. I think that's going to be great if they go in that route for this one. I don't know, but we'll see.
And with it being Silent Hill F, right? It might be a completely different story and characters that we know. Yeah. So it could be
F
new creatures and new monsters that we probably.
I'm kidding. I hope not, dude. Let's not do that.
I wouldn't put it over them or under them, whatever the term is. Beyond them. I wouldn't put it
better
beyond
not
them.
be the final because I know this next game is gonna get the sequel. Silent Hill 2 is getting a fucking remake, dude.
Yes.
It's huge, dude. Because I think that is everyone's I would say this honestly for the entire Silent Hill like community, like correct me if I'm wrong. This is probably the best one out of all of them. Like story wise, gameplay wise, everything. Like literally it has everything pretty much. And I think it's regarded as like the best, like one of the best horror games. Like it's up there in like the caveats of horror games. Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
So like getting a full remake, like a full engine remake, just like Resident Evil 2 did, Resident Evil 3, 1, Death Space, how it's getting the full engine rework. This one getting it as well, the same treatment, dude. I'm liking this, dude. That people are that they're fucking going back to horror legend franchises.
Yeah.
And just remaking them, bro.
Exactly.
Like, dude, honestly, they fucking deserve it. Well, not just horror games, because they remade a lot of classics, like the whole Spyro shit, the Crash Bandicoot 2, stuff like that. They remade those completely, stylized and new as well. So that's just an example. They did other games for sure too, but
but like you said, these are very, like we mentioned, these are very more mature games that
horror shit.
We played way beyond, or we watched other people play way beyond that we were even able to play them, right? So it's like, it's just
we weren't playing them. We were watching people.
We were watching people play them. So thank you. I stood corrected. But now that being remade, and now we could legally go back and actually play them, right? And again, especially modernizing them, bringing them to 2022 with all the technology that we have now to be able to upgrade these games, the horror, the visuals is going to look so much better and much more effective than what they wanted it to be when these games were released, right? So I'm excited to see somebody play these games.
No, seriously. I don't think I'm going to get them myself either. this is more like, I don't want to say like this, but it's like a lot of like Resident Evil games where I prefer other people playing it for me than me play it myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see it for sure.
Yeah.
So these last two, these are the ones where I'm 50-50, but you're right. I think on the one that is a fucking slot machine, but we have, oh yeah, sorry, Silent, none of those two trailers had a date for the
None of these actually have a date, to be honest with you.
The last one has a year. It doesn't have a date, but it has a year. So next we'll go with the one that we don't think is a fucking slot machine, and it's Silent Hill Downfall.
No, this one I do think is a slot machine.
You think this is the slot machine one?
Yes.
You don't. Oh, okay. Correction then. Let's start with the other one then, Silent Hill Ascension.
Okay.
So yeah, this one looks a little bit more intense than the rest.
Yes. And the reason I think this is going to be an actual video game and not a slot machine, as we said, is because I personally feel from how the game trailer started with, well, how the trailer started with the people texting each other, right? Like, oh, I think he's chasing Kyoko or whatever the fuck her name was.
And it does say bad robot games in the trailer. Sorry.
Well,
I did not see that.
I didn't see that either. So I'm literally just talking about from what I took in. The people texting each other. There's that one super crazy looking boss, right? That we're assuming is not assuming, we know is the antagonist. I think it's taken that modern twist now to what we know in like a lot of video games where it's like the 4v1, the survivors versus the killer, the group versus the single person hunting everybody down, right? Yeah. I feel like Silent Hill saw all of that.
It's probably gonna be like a Dead by Daylight situation, you think, for that?
That's game? What I'm assuming.
Also, I think that's what I'm assuming too, by the looks of it. Which it wouldn't be too bad, but at the same time, like, oh man, it's already been done. You get me?
Yes,
but Daylight does it the best so far.
But the aesthetic of Silent Hill is so different and so unique, right?
It could work.
The most Dead by Daylight,
like that.
The most Dead by Daylight did was the school map that we have and Pyramid Head.
Right.
Being able to now,
they could add the church. They could add the school. They could add other things as well that are part of Silent Hill, like a parking, like a garage. But now actually add the town as maps and stuff like that.
But now that just depends how much their connection is with the actual Silent Hill name. That's right? True. Because there was a whole situation too where they had to I believe make the Demogorgon and the two Stranger Things characters unplayable for a moment because they were dealing with like, what was it, IP address issues or something like that.
Trademark issues.
That's what it was.
Yeah, like because the licensing and shit like that, licensing issues and shit like that. Like they probably only had it for a limited time and they forgot to fucking renew it or something. Like that. Either that or like the company said like, nah, we're not giving you guys the names.
Yeah.
We take it off, for the moment.
Yeah, you get me? Like at least they were able to do it with the whole oh my god, what's this other zombie franchise that we always talk about too?
Resident Evil,
that they were able to get the Tyrant and even Wesker.
Wesker.
Yeah, Wesker and the Nemesis. You got me first the Nemesis, and now they continued that trademark addresses, licensing type of stuff that they were able to get Wesker. So unless they're able to continue that or renew that with Silent Hill to be able to now add, let's say, the nurse, even though we already have a nurse in Dead by Daylight, unless
it would work out just like a fucking skin, wouldn't it? Simple as that, honestly.
But that's just a skin. I mean, unless they're trying to do like other types of characters, whereas if Silent Hill now wants to expand.
Wait, they don't have Pyramid Head inside?
No, they have Pyramid Head. I'm saying, but if they want to add more, like more of the characters, monsters that we know from Silent Hill to Dead by Daylight, you get me? Yeah. So unless Silent Hill wants to just okay, we're renewing, we're rebranding in a way. Why not extend our type of gamer consumers that we know? Let's try this new type of game that everybody seems to be enjoying and wants to play now. So much so that even Dragon Ball Z jumped into it, right? So,
oh yeah, with the breakers, fuck, I totally spaced out on that game, bro.
So unless
checked out on that shit,
this is their version of doing that, we don't know. Because even Resident Evil had a version of a 4v1 type of game.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so I don't know. This might be a part of their whole rebranding. We're back together, getting the boy band back together type of back.
We're getting the group back together.
This is their Backstreet Boys days coming up right now.
Yeah, literally the comeback story.
The comeback story. So
just to throw it down the drain with a fucking slot machine, dude. So you think Silent Hill Townfall is a slot machine? It would make the most sense, honestly, with the name that it has.
Townfall. It's only a minute trailer. Not really much substance that gets somebody into like, yeah, a new video game. I feel like we've seen other mini game trailers with so much more substance that get people more hyped for an actual video game than this did.
No, honestly, yeah, you're right. There was nothing for that shit. Yeah.
So yeah,
it's okay. I mean, dude, I'm good with the 4 things we're getting. Honestly, like I don't give a fuck if that's the slot machine or not. But it is the least appealing one out of all 5 of them, for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
It makes the most sense to be like the obvious, I guess, that it's going to be the slot machine.
Yeah. So, before you saw something games, I don't know why the other one
Ascension was. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that one. Maybe because it looked fucking weird, but that's just me.
And I mean, if Ascension was a pinball game, I doubt they would make an entire web page. Because it literally says visit ascension.com.
That is true. Fuck.
Which you have to Google. I didn't think about that. Which you have to Google ascension.com/Silent Hill because there's so many other ascensions.com for some reason. So you have to be very specific when you look for it. But yeah, I don't know. Again, Townfall might just be a weird casino, pinball, like you said, gaming, slot machine type of thing. Nothing real substance there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, dude, plain and simple, there's a bright future for the Silent Hill community and for the fucking games.
For the revamp of the whole Silent Hill community.
Yeah, I say this is a full revamp, just like how Village and Biohazard was for Resident Evil. It's literally a callback to where the roots were, what made them a great franchise to begin with. You get me? And I hope they keep that fucking momentum, especially if the remake of Silent Hill 2 comes out really good. They should branch off from that fucking series from there going forward. Just like how Resident Evil is with Biohazard. They did so fucking well. They continued their story with Village, and now Village is gonna lead on to more. You get me?
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm sorry to like keep talking back and forth like this, but I feel like that's what F and Ascension are. F and Ascension are a response to Village and Biohazard, whereas Silent Hill 2 is a response to Resident Evil remaking all their older games as well, right?
I think so too. It's like a competition to them. And I'm good. Good. Competition is good, bro. Because sometimes it breathes. I'm not saying it's like because being in competition always is bad, but being in competition is never bad. I think I don't know if there's no saying that. I'm saying that. So.
No. But even still then too, like from what I remember and from what I know, Silent Hill and Resident Evil, I feel like have always been in competition, but it has always been friendly competition. It's not like other games.
I feel like they're almost in the same company, are they not?
I I don't think so.
I don't think they own the same.
I don't think so.
No, no, they don't. Does
Yeah.
Konami own fucking Resident Evil?
I don't think so.
No.
No. But you see, it's always been friendly competition where they know they're in competition. They're just trying to one up each other, like always, like good friends normally do. Compared to other games, now it's always now like, I don't want to say slander, but the communities sometimes hate each other so much. You got me? Where the competition now is just toxic.
Like these guys were always in good competition, and then the other competitors were trying to be as good as those two, pretty much. But then Resident Evil kind of fucking shot up with fucking Village and what is it called? Village and Biohazard, and kind of left all the other franchises behind. And this is Silent Hill's response to that, pretty much. Like I mean, it's a little late. Don't get me wrong, but sooner than later, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Better now than never.
Better late than never.
Bright future though for Silent Hill.
Yes. So. Oh, 100%. There's high hopes for Silent Hill coming up, and if a lot of the people are still working there that put out PT, even higher hopes as well.
Yeah, that's even greater.
Yeah. I mean, we're sad we're not getting our main character of what's his face from The Walking Dead. Yeah. I forget his name. But I mean,
you know exactly what it is. Death Stranding guy.
Well, technically, we haven't seen who our main characters are for main characters of Ascension. Because Silent Hill 2, they're gonna remake that same character.
That same guy, yeah. I forgot his name too. Aaron, I think it is.
If they get F and get him to be the main character, we never know. We never saw a main character in F.
No, we literally just saw location and then the girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We'll see.
I don't know. There's still possibilities.
Just keep it open.
Always keep
it open.
Yes.
The door is always open. But do you have anything else, dude?
Actually, I do. Going back a little bit into the pop culture, right?
Okay.
So it's a little bit of sad news for people who know boy bands, especially K-pop boy bands.
You're talking about fucking BTS going to fulfill their military duties to their country. Yes.
So Korea, it is mandatory that everybody has to, well, not everybody, but most.
Every able man
has to fulfill, I believe, a 2-year
tour,
military tour duties. When that coming of time happens, there is a chance you could set it behind for the right reason, right?
30, yeah.
And
their oldest is about to turn 30.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm telling you that because I read about it.
Okay.
I read about this.
Yes. Their oldest is about to turn 30. So they all agreed, I believe, that they're all going to go do
But you know why they all agreed to do it together, right? Because the government was asking the public, first of all, the fucking country asked the public of South Korea if it was should we exempt these guys? And everyone's like, yeah, are you being stupid? And then they thought, maybe not, let's not do it. So they decided, like, fuck you guys aren't deciding for us, you got me?
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna do it instead. Fuck it, like, we're gonna actually be proud of our country and fucking go serve, you got me?
No, and that's good.
I'm like, good for them. But at the same time, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
no music from them until 2025.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
It's a sad day, but again, at least it's all of them at the same time, and not
at least they're going as a group. You got me?
Yeah, and not like, oh, Jimin's missing, oh, RM's missing, oh, where's Suga? At least they're all there together, and we know where they are. We can keep track of them now.
That's the nice thing. That is that's, in my opinion, that's good that they're doing it together. That's what I'm saying. That's good. It's not good that they're leaving for that long, but it's good that they're doing it together. They're keeping their shit situated together.
Yes. So
that shows the connection they have with each other.
Yes. So best of luck to them, and my heart goes all to the rest of the army. That's all I gotta say. I just recently became a BTS stan, so
yeah. I'm not a fan of their music, but I definitely keep up with their shit because
there's a couple
because they're interesting. They're an interesting like group.
They have a couple of bangers in there too, besides like Butter.
I'm not denying. Like I'm not saying like I'm saying I don't follow them. That's what I mean. Like,
gotcha.
Like, their music is great for sure. Like there's no denying it. I mean, the charts tell you that they're fucking phenomenal for sure. You know, they literally, like you said, like they pull out bangers every time they can. But I don't follow them religiously, like some people would.
I get you. But on that note, what about you? Do you have any last minute things you want to add? We went into a lot of topics this week.
A lot of different ones. It was all over the place. A lot of ups and downs. But nah, I don't have anything else though.
Damn, you don't have an upper? I just had to bring it down even more.
That's not a down. Dude. They're fulfilling their fucking duty to their country, bro. Something they should be proud of.
Yes. But yes, on that note, Leche, where can people find you?
People can find me at Instagram at Leche, or you guys can follow me on Twitch at TechnoFreak95. How about you?
And then I am also on Instagram and also on Twitch at OneAlphaPenguin. You guys can follow the podcast on Instagram at TakeASip_pod. And even follow the YouTube channel, youtube.com/TakeASip. As always, all our links are down in the description or however you guys see the notes that we put in there. Most of our links are on there. So please like, follow, comment, subscribe, share with some friends. Subscribble. Yes.
Subscribble.
And yeah, drink some water, stay safe, and eat your vegetables.
Random.
Just throw that in there. Go for a walk.
You don't eat, fucking eat it. Stop being
a pussy. Now. Oh, it's brown. Too bad you let it sit out for too long.
Good way to end it right there, dude.
Just end it right there. But yes, stay safe, guys, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Later, guys.